Hi, welcome to my channel, Right to Learn. In this video, I am going to show you how to create a login in SQL Server. So before going into that, let us learn few things. So what is authentication and what is authorization? So authentication is a process of verifying who you are. For example, if you log into your PC, the PC will authenticate you using your username and password. So that process is called authentication. And next is authorization. It is a process of verifying the access you have on something. Suppose there is a file or a image or a video in a PC. So the access you have on it is called an authorization. So these are the basic differences between authentication and authorization. So we have a login. So login is a security principle or an entity that can be authorized by a secure system. So the users which we have created need a login to connect to the SQL Server. So in SQL Server we have two modes of authentication. One is Windows mode of authentication and is next one is mixed mode of authentication. In case of Windows authentication, so the Windows account is used as authentication mode. So the users who have already been authenticated on Windows no need to present any additional credentials while logging into the SQL Server, but there should be a login created in the SQL Server. And in case of SQL Server authentication mode or mixed mode, we don't have a user at Windows level, but we create a user in SQL level and gives authentication there. So we give the user name and password in SQL Server or mixed mode authentication, and the user has to authenticate himself by giving that username and password. So the Windows authentication has been avoided here, or we bypass here. So Windows authentication is considered to be more secure than the SQL Server authentication. So let me switch to the SSMS. I'll show you there how we create users and user logins and how we give the permissions. So this is the SSMS Studio, SQL Server Management Studio. So here first this is my instance. Go here. So expand this. Go to security and then right click here, logins, new login. A window opens here. Give the name. See here we have two options, Windows authentication and SQL Server authentication. So if I select Windows authentication, the user should have an account created in the Active Directory. So for Windows authentication, what we do, if we select Windows authentication, search here, and here you need to give the name. So this name should be available at the Windows level. So you need to check names. So the user is available. Suppose if I give some random name which is not present in the Windows level, so this user is not present at the Windows level. See here, an object with the following name cannot be found. So this user is not present at the Windows level. So we cannot give the other users with the Windows authentication mode. Only the authorized users at the Windows level can be given. So let me show you Windows authentication. So the user Balu is a Windows authentication which I have shown in the previous screen. So I have logged into this PC using Balu. So once I connect here, so see here we have Windows authentication here. Click this. This is the server name, and see here username is auto populated because I have logged into Windows using these credentials. No need to give the additional credentials in SQL Server. So click on connect. I am able to connect to the PC with SQL Server. So in this way Windows authentication works. Next we will see how the SQL Server authentication works. Okay. Go to security, login, right click, new login. So here you go with SQL Server authentication. Give the username. Let me give Ramu as a user. So I'm giving Ramu as a user and password. And check this. If you tick this, once a user logged in, user will be prompted to set the new password. And next, go here, server roles. These are server roles. So suppose if I click this sysadmin, so the user Ramu can access anything or can do anything at this system level or server level. And this user mapping is for database level. Suppose these are system databases. See, this Maruti is a system database. If I click here, the user gets created at the database level. See here, see, I did not select the username, but once I check this tick box, the user automatically gets created. Okay, I'll show you at the database level also. So this is the user, this is the login name. So login name and username can be same or different, but recommended is both should be same. In real time, both are same. Suppose Ramu is a person working in the organization, so his login name and username will be given same. Okay, so here you can give the in securables, you can give the objects, you can select the server. These are server level permissions. So I am interested just to create the user. So in general, I have given name and password, and in server roles I am giving him DB creator. Okay, and click OK. So the user has been created. Let me show you that user also. So click here, see here, Ramu has been created. Now try to log in with the user Ramu. Connect database engine, SQL Server authentication, Ramu. The user is unable to log in. Why? I'll show you. So we have given only SQL Server authentication mode. Windows and SQL Server authentication is not yet enabled. So for that, go to this server, right click, properties, go to security. See here, server authentication, it is still in Windows authentication mode. I need to enable SQL Server and Windows authentication mode and click OK. So I need to restart this server. Click OK, right click, restart, or you can do it from SQL Server configuration settings. The server is restarting. The server has been restarted. Now I'll try to log in with user Ramu. See, I am able to access the server using mixed mode of authentication, and I have given Ramu the database creator role. So the Ramu can create any database. So let me check whether the user is created at the database level. In the previous screen, in the server level or in the admin level, I have given access to database. Let me show you that. So in the database Maruti, the user has been created. See, Ramu has been created, but I have not given any permissions in the database. Just I have given access to it. I mean, I have created a user in the database. So let me show you. So this is the Ramu user. See here, Ramu. So go to databases, Maruti. See, I can able to see the objects. Let me see whether I can see any tables. See, I cannot see any tables because I have given only database access level, only for Maruti database. Let me try to access another database. See, I have not given any access to this database. So the user cannot access to this database. To change the rules, you need to go to the admin this database, this user, and give the permissions at the database level. Click securables, search, specific objects, object types, databases, okay, browse, database, select Maruti, okay, click ok. See, now I got the options. So what permissions I need to give to this user? So let me give the select option, so the user can select the tables. Refresh. Now go to the user Ramu. Now see, I am refreshing this node. Databases, Maruti, table. See, previously the user is not given permission to view the tables. Now the user has been given for select statement. Let me run that select statement. See, I can view the contents of the table. So let me try to create a table. Run the query. See here, create table permission is denied in database Maruti because the user is not given a permission to create a table. He is given a permission only to select the or view the table. Select star from car. Only select statement he can use. So this is the server level, and inside database, if you go to security, under database and then security users, these are users, and this is a database level, and this security is the server level. So in this way we can create the users and give permissions. And there are few other topics like server roles, database roles, and application roles. Those I will cover in the next video. So this is a server role, here it is present, and in databases, under roles you have database roles and application roles. I will do this in next video. So thanks for watching the video. Please do subscribe for more videos.